I'm gonna send you a program where you can just download the VOD. You can tell.
I'm done. I'm fine. I'm recording. This is okay. Sorry for everyone who's watching this on YouTube. We encountered some weird audio issues, so I tried to restart it, and then YouTube is just like, no, go to hell. So this is the situation we're in right now. Anyways, welcome back to the Spice Must Roll. This is our tabletop RPG where we bring in people, various cast members every season to play a different game. And this game we're playing is our Star Trek Adventures game with Star Trek Vasquez. Let's take a look at the cast first.
Take a long look. You're beautiful.
Let's start with Meyer. Meyer, who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here on the Vasquez?
Hi, my name is Meyer. I'm a voice actor and streamer on Twitch TV. I do like sci-fi and variety stuff. On the Spice Must Roll, I play Captain Secure of the USS Vasquez, a Vulcan captain and a good captain, and a captain that's very modest and very good at things.
Yes, very modest, very humble. He's the humble captain. Next, we've got Buster the Destroyer. Buster, who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here on the Vasquez?
Hi, I'm Buster the Destroyer, and you can find me here on twitch.tv at twitch.tv/Buster the Destroyer, where I play Star Citizen and other things. The other day, I played Project Wingman, by the way, and I realized that I was like, Kaiser sounds just like Haven.
Because it is Haven.
And it was so anyway, he was in Expanse first season.
He was first season of The Expanse. He plays one of the main characters in both in that, and he plays one of the main characters in If the Emperor Has a Text to Speech Device for those Warhammer 40k fans. So we had Haven Kendrick on. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm Buster. You can find me here on Twitch and Twitter and all that stuff is Buster Destroyer. I play Commander Ba'ash, who was formerly of the Klingon Empire up until recent. That's been very recent. She's now a commissioned officer in Starfleet. So there you go. She's a XO and security. Anyway,
nice.
Handing it to you, drones.
Well, no, let's first do HP Braincase, who is a variety caster who's been doing a curtain YouTube series called Game or Pass, where he plays Xbox Game Pass games and then rates them Game or Pass. So
looks like he passed today.
Yes, he had some family obligations he had to deal with for today, so he wasn't able to make it. But he is twitch.tv/HP Braincase. Ensign Palmer couldn't fill in.
Oh my God, we should have put a picture of Ensign Palmer.
I should have done that.
Damn it. Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunities.
You would have enjoyed that.
Next time.
He plays Daxon Cole.
And Ensign Palmer.
And Ensign Palmer, who is the chief engineer on board the Vasquez. Now let's go with drones. Who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here on the Vasquez?
I'm Dr. Drones. You can find me on twitch.tv/Dr. Drones, or more frequently on Twitter right now, Dr. Drones channel. And here on the Vasquez, I play Jace Terzi, Lieutenant and Chief of Operations, founding member of the Nausicaan Knockouts. Always looking for sponsors for the Frisbee team if anybody's interested.
Yes.
Just throwing that out there.
Throwing that out there.
And speaking of
totally
that,
nothing to do with.
Speaking of that, we actually have a T-shirt designed. I'm just going to wait and I'm going to put it up here probably this weekend for the Nausicaan Knockouts. So if you want to get yourself a TSMR T-shirt for Vasquez, we will have Nausicaan Knockout shirts. We'll have Secure out at some point with just the upside down.
If you wanted me to leave, you should just ask,
live long and prosper. And then we'll also have Baaj Starfleet arrester. I don't know, like Starfleet police. Yeah.
You're under Starfleet arrest.
I don't know.
I don't know how. Or something. I don't know how this works.
You're all under Starfleet arrest. I don't know how this works.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, or something. I don't know how this works. An exclamation point. I think TSMR store is if you're in chat. We'll be linking the stuff. It'll be available for you to use. And we're going to try to grow the merch things a little bit so that money can go back to me paying these folks for their time. Let me figure out what it is. It is merch. It's Spice merch. It's Spice merch. Spice merch. Spice
Just make him make him all the ones that Buster tried before we got to Spice merch, and just yeah.
I think we might really need to offer some sort of salt and pepper shakers. Otherwise, some people are going to be really disappointed.
Yes. All right. Last but certainly not least, we have Darj. Darj, who are you? Or Dargenator? No.
Dargenator.
Dargenator.
It's like that most famous Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Terminator.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Dar or Ater that was the add-on.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here in the Vasquez?
Hi, I'm Dargenator. I'm Darj, and I am very disappointed that Buster stopped introducing herself in Klingon.
Oh, well, okay. Okay, I'll introduce you in Klingon. Dal!
Klingon is just louder.
She has a point, you know.
Buster Pomoje, sorry.
Yeah,
that's the one. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. I am Dargenator. I do things on the internet, primarily a podcast with that dude over there about Star Citizen called The Fortnightly Frontier. We had a great one with Mathematic last week. Check it out on YouTube. And on this show, I play Doll Inaran, or Doll, as Buster is so eloquently put.
I'm gonna call you that all the time.
The chief science officer and $1 million man or something like that. Like he's a cyborg.
He's got a cybernetic arm.
The 6 billion Latin
eye. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's about it.
And of course, I'm still Paul, the DM and GM here at the Spice Must Roll. So before we get started, I'm going to do the introduction. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna get it started. I'm gonna go towards it, then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna restart it, because in the past we've had some issues where it gets desynced for some reason, but it only happens the first time I go to it. So let's try it.
You're the chief of science, are you?
Welcome back. Let's kick this episode off. So, we're going to start this episode with a little bit of fun music. Gentil, quirky music. We're going to start this episode off with Dahl and Li Shu. In Li Shu's quarters. Li Shu has asked you to come over, Dahl. And,
oh my.
Yeah. And when you get there, she is holding this sphere. And she tells you this sphere is a game. Game that she heard about from a friend. And it's a fun game. She says a lot of couples are using this as a way of getting to know each other a little bit better. And since you're so tight-lipped about yourself, I figured this would be a fun little thing.
All right. Okay, cool. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it's up.
All right, so she sits you down. She puts the orb in front of you, and she says, all right, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on the orb. Only the orb. Nothing but the orb. After a few moments, you start feeling something. A voice sounds. And then you realize without really realizing it, you can hear Li Shu's thoughts.
So without using my telepathy, I can hear
it's just instant.
Right.
And the moment you realize it, you realize that you are now like, it's like watching a YouTube video at like 4 times speed, but just flashes, boom, 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 boom. And you're picking up like little bits of information about her past, about where she's from, about her time in Bajor, her time at the academy. You're picking up emotions like stress, relief, happiness, worry, all sorts of things are picking up. You're digesting like years of information in seconds as it's coming to your head.
Oh shit! No, I drop immediately.
Okay.
I try to because I realize that if I'm doing that to her, she's doing that to me, and no, just like as soon as that realization kicks in, I try to break the connection.
The second you break the connection and your eyes open, you see her staring at you. Dahl?
How much did you see?
Everything.
Yeah.
We all have our pasts.
We do.
But you need to... Whew.
I think you can understand why nobody knows about that.
Yeah, I do.
Like nobody.
I'll keep it a secret.
Okay.
Under one
How
condition.
safe is this? Like this did this remain just between the two of us? Is there any recording of it?
No, it's just a game. It was supposed to just be a little fun thing to do, but I didn't expect it to actually work.
Might have something to do with me being a telepath, because that was very similar to like a joining of minds.
Yeah. It shouldn't. I don't think it has any. You can take a look at it, but Dahl, you're gonna have to do one thing for me.
What?
Tell the captain. He has to know. This is going to put everyone in the ship in danger if they find out.
Right, and if if you were able to find out, there's other means of other people finding out you're right. I was very careful to erase all evidence, but other people do still know.
Just
as well.
Tell the captain, please. And she leans over and gives you a kiss and goes, "You need to be more open. All right? This relationship doesn't work if I'm the only one who's doing it." All right?
Oh, yes, that will take effort and time, but I'll try.
She nods and heads out. And she looks shaken. She does not look.
Well, it's her quarters, so I'm.
Oh yeah.
Think maybe I'm leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, you're leaving. I forgot about it. It's at your quarters. Yeah. Sorry, like no. Yeah. Sorry. All right. So next, we're going to kind of call in. I'm gonna kind of give you all the summary so that I'll let Secure and Baj let you know about this. Actually, you know what? I'll just message you the details that I have, so you can choose what you want to do with it. Oh, yeah. Do you want to do that, Meyer? I just got your message.
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you the other information, then we'll move on.
This is when you got the commercial break in the show.
Yeah, this is when you do the cold open. No.
Yeah. This was the cold open. Now it's the opening sequence, and yeah.
Yeah. I'll pull up the summary.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the I don't have a script.
No,
Look top left for the
Voyagers
ship
of the USS Vasquez to boldly go and kick some freaking ass.
Okay, so here are the details of the mission. This is just kind of like the first summary, anyways, that I wrote. So for you and for
Number 1, striking one's posterior is not the most combat effective. You should know this. Strike the nards.
It depends on the ass that you kick. Some asses don't like to be kicked.
That is true. Some species do have their nards in their ass.
Some asses kick back.
All right, I got a lot of reading to do on this.
I just deleted the first part. You're good with one. So, in the meantime, we're going to cut to Terzi while you guys are reading that. Terzi,
Yes.
you are hanging out with Lishu, who's asked you to, or not Lishu, with what's his name, with Weathers. Weathers has called you down to an access port near the science lab, and you find him. He's like inside the wall panel, kind of messing around, and goes, "Oh, Lieutenant, I got a problem here that I think you probably need to see."
Okay.
He kind of points in and says, "Can you take a look at this and tell me what you think it is?"
And I gotta climb up there? Fine. All right, I climb up. What am I looking at?
Give me a control security check. Or reason security check. Difficulty 0.
Reason. Difficulty 0. Anything I'm focused in or no?
What are your focuses again?
Infiltration, interrogation, communications, intelligence gathering, composure, and etiquette.
Yes, you'd have a focus in this.
Yay.
Okay, so you get two momentum for this one. You take a look and you realize within just one look that this is some sort of override that someone's installed on the ship. It's a security override that is sort of like a lockdown that bypasses all communications, like all security protocols.
So how'd you come across this?
I just did some regular maintenance because we were having some weird issues with the EPS manifold. And so I pop off the manifold because I trace it near here. So I pop off the manifold and I see this thing here. It's what I think it is, right?
Probably. But how did it get here?
I don't know. I've never seen it before. I figured, with you being chief of operations, you would probably know a little bit more about this.
So, out of character. There's a Cole for that purpose, because that would be the initial question of, this is in your space. What's going on?
Yeah, you'd go to Cole, but Cole's gone. Cole's is currently in a. He was called off to a conference. He's been asked to speak at an engineering conference about
the new uniforms.
About the new uniforms, yeah. No, about the his modifications to the engines to allow for ships to travel through those eddies from season 1.
Okay.
So.
So. Jersey to secure.
Secure.
I've got something down here you need to see.
On my way. Wait, I'm not on this. I'm on the ship yet, am I?
Yes, you would have been back on the ship. This is we're kind of like playing this as a fast forward. So you're currently en route to the mission that you've been given, but no one knows about the mission except for you and Bosch.
Right. Okay. So in that case, secure out.
I already Jersey outed.
Yeah.
No. You see, like, time is a very interesting construct. And so, while you may have thought you said secure out first, that is not how it played out.
That's not how that works. So you're going to go down and visit him?
Yes.
Okay.
So moments later, I appear, and I am like, Jersey, what is this?
It's designed to override the communications aboard the Vasquez.
Where did you find it?
Weathers brought it to my attention.
And where did Weathers find it?
I saw it here. It's been here.
Whereabouts is here? Aboard the ship? Hidden?
It was inside the EPS manifolds, right?
And Jersey, by looking at this device, are you able to ascertain where it's from? Is it Federation?
Yes, it would be Federation.
It is Federation. Yeah, it's definitely a Federation origin.
In that case, I trust you as Chief of Operations to try and source where this came from. If you did not sanction this thing to be here, and we are being listened to by a party we're not aware of, this is in breach of several protocols.
So,
what do you say, Jersey?
Go up to take a closer look at the thing.
Okay,
And
give me. What are you looking for?
Does it look like anything that I would know was from a particular faction or particular region?
It's pretty generic. It's
pretty generic. Okay.
Yeah, it would be someone from Starfleet put this here, or someone who knows Starfleet. It's not Starfleet intelligence. It's not something like as specialized as that. It's someone did this as an ad hoc fashion and tried to hide it in the walls.
If this is the case, Jersey, I trust you can find whether or not this device is actively transmitting. What kind of data is it transmitting? And if we're able to backtrace where exactly this data is being sent to, that would be of the utmost importance. I trust I can rely on you to do this.
Yes.
It's not transmitting. It's just an override. It's a security override.
Right.
It's to stop us from transmitting. Is that, am I understanding?
It's the best way you can see it is that it basically, in times of if it was activated, it would lock out all command protocols except for one specific command protocol, which is not recognized on the ship. That doesn't make any sense. So one person would essentially be able to override all of the command codes, and once it was activated, and basically take over the ship if they wanted to, or at least sections of the ship.
Right. In that case, you say you recognize all but one protocol. Perhaps if we're able to find out what this last protocol is that it was designed to stop, we might find their perhaps intended target or maybe additional target and help multiple people. I trust I can leave this in your capable hands, Terzi.
Yes.
Very well. Then I just turn around and leave.
Okay.
So, is this something I can easily bypass?
Oh yeah, it's simple. It's simple bypass. It was not done.
Okay.
It was not done professionally. This was like I said, an ad hoc job.
So, I don't want to bypass it. I want to set up a remote bypass so that I can leave it intact unless somebody tries to use it, in which case I have the option to override it.
Okay. Cool. Give me a security. It would be an engineering check. You want to do it yourself, or do you want to let?
I don't want to tell Weathers what I'm doing.
Okay.
So assist from him.
Let me pull something up real quick so I have a good reference for this. This would be a control engineering. Give me a control engineering check, difficulty 1. You do have 2 momentum from that initial success. So,
let me use one of the momentum to gain an extra die.
okay. A critical. So complication, but you did get 1 success, and you got momentum back. So the complication is you're able to set it up so that you can take remote control of it. So you can like double switch the double switch or whatever. So if someone tries to switch it on to take control, you can remotely access it yourself. But by doing so, it's going to alert the person who put this in there, or the thing that put this in there, to
when I override it.
Yeah, when you override it, they'll know exactly who is overriding
so
it and where they and like what it is, what's going on.
Good.
So
I'm actually see that as a positive. So
okay.
So interesting complication. Okay, so I do that, and now I want to go look. I assume there's some type of logs of who's been into this conduit for maintenance recently.
Yes. Give me a security. Reason security? Yeah, reason security. Okay. You check the logs, and all of the logs that were that are in there actually hasn't been much recently. The logs themselves say that they're Weathers, some engineering personnel who were working in teams during like a crisis event, a couple of science personnel recently who were trying to adjust some. They're going there for adjust.
Who was
some,
the absolute most recent entry
before Weathers?
Yes.
Was Cole.
Cole wouldn't, in my mind, have done that. Variant, and I can't even talk to Cole.
Yeah. Let's move on while you have a think about this.
Sure.
Sakir and Baaj, have you had a chance to read the brief and everything?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to cut to ostensibly, Sakir calls everyone to the to his ready room, and this is where we can do that thing that you asked Sakir if you want to.
Okay, very well.
So, which would definitely have been approved by Starfleet. So
Okay.
as you go into the ready room, it's your floor there, Sakir.
Okay, very well. Before we get down to matters, I just wanted to make sure that, first of all, Enarin, it's perhaps maybe taken too long now, considering all the exploits that we have done as a team here. However, bureaucracy is what it is among Starfleet. Regardless, as long as it is okay with you, I have already started making the motions to, upon your approval, promote you to Chief of Science here aboard the Vasquez, and also the appropriate position as Lieutenant Commander as well.
Oh, thank you, Captain. Yes, I accept. Definitely.
I press something on my comm badge and I say, very well. Well, consider yourself from this moment onwards, then, Lieutenant Commander Enarin. And
Aye, Captain.
Yeah.
Kabla! Glory to you and your science.
Now he actually has his little bead. So
yeah.
Did you
Not
headbutt?
showing up on camera well, but it's there. I need to.
Yeah.
I need to not wear a black shirt.
yeah.
Did you beat up and space the previous chief of science? Oh no, wait, they transferred. Okay.
That is correct. They transferred not too long ago, actually. Anyway, regardless, now that that is out of the way, once again, congratulations, Enarin. However, the reason I have brought you aboard here is because we, Command appears to have a lead upon the recent disappearance of the USS Voyager. As a result, we have a twofold mission. I will explain my part in it, and then number one will her own. For mine, I am going to need to take Ensign Lishu and Terzi with me down to infiltrate a Maquis base and retrieve some information on their activities in the Badlands. The rest of you, number one?
Yes. The rest of us are to be retrieving a Klingon bird of prey that the Maquis have stolen from the Empire. Now, personally, I have a lot of things that I could do and make that a lot more difficult for the Empire, but Starfleet is my boss now, so I gotta do the thing. So, we're gonna steal bird prey back! It's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna have a good time.
Well put, number one.
I don't know how to talk to everybody. It seems like you guys are really positive here at Starfleet, and I'm just trying to sort of be in, what's the word? When you become part of culture. Narin, your science, you should know the words.
Sorry,
You're
I'm
not-
just buzzing. I'm just still buzzing because I got promoted. I'm completely zoned out.
What's it called?
What?
When you
Immersed
like immersed?
in the culture.
Q, shut up! Nobody asked you.
Assimilated?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, it actually is. If you're
I know,
assimilated to
know.
complete assimilation,
Out of character, I know this, but in character, she's like, "Wait, I don't want to become part of the Borg." She's still learning.
It's just the same word. We're not gonna pump you full of the nano things. It's fine. We'll say.
They could not assimilate the Klingon Emperor. Anyway, Voyager. That's very interesting. Isn't that the one that disappeared or something?
That is correct. And as mentioned, we do believe that it might be something to do with Maquis involvement. So,
the Maquis.
Those sons of bitches.
as a result, that is why I brought you in here. This is on a need-to-know basis. considering how the Maquis operate.
All right. Well, we all know what we need to do, Captain.
Are there any other questions?
No, but be careful.
I intend to be. It would be illogical not to be careful, number one. However, I do appreciate your concern.
Before you leave, we will go over any emergency protocol for contacting the Vasquez for extraction or anything like that, in case, I don't know, whoever that's supposed to do that for you doesn't do it.
Very well.
All right.
With that said, you are all dismissed.
Okay.
I would say secure out right now, but
Everybody else out.
No.
We're-
Go, leave.
Go do your jobs!
Before we depart on this little adventure, I'm going to make it a point to find some time to speak to the XO alone and convey how to override the override should it come up while I'm off ship.
Okay,
Well.
so you inform her about it.
You know, I
And how
know,
to
you know.
use the override.
Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. Let's start with well, first off, how do you inform Lishu of her presence? You just ordered Lishu to go on the away team kind of thing, Secure?
me?
Yeah.
Yes. Ensign Lishu, you have a job to do. Get ready.
So, I'm assuming you all will be beaming down in civilian clothes since you're trying to infiltrate the base.
hey, I'm already in costume.
Well, not you.
Damn it.
You're helping the XO hunt a bird of prey.
Yeah, all right.
So we'll start with just y'all beaming down onto the planet.
That is correct. We're going to be in non-Starfleet attire so that we do not stick out like sore, multicolored thumb.
So as you beam down, well, first off, before you beam down, once you reach get close to the planet, the base isn't hidden at all. Most of the locals know about where it is. In fact, there's a refugee camp that is built around it. It's an old Starfleet base that was abandoned during the aftermath of the Cardassian Federation Wars, and the Maquis took it over. And the reason why no one's ever attacked it is because it's also a refugee camp. So it's entirely surrounded by civilians who just are stuck, who've had fled their worlds, which have been.
Okay.
So
I assume that we beamed in a fair distance away as to not gain any suspicion, correct?
Yeah.
Then on our way there, I will make a short, small talk with Ensign Lishu and ask her what she knows about the Maquis.
she goes, not much. I mean, I understand why they're angry, having to dealing with the Cardassians myself, with my family. They're not good people. So I can understand being angry that you have to live under fascist rule.
As she says good people, do I notice anything about the way she said it? Is there any, was there any hesitation on her part in the way she spoke?
Give me a insight command.
Okay. Insight command. I'm sorry, Anarin. I'm about to kill your girlfriend.
If you're gonna do that, just know that her last name is Tigis. Lishu is her first name.
Lishu's her first name, yeah. Ensign Tihis, yeah.
Tihis. Tiyis.
Tihis.
Tihis.
Oh, okay. Then you can have another two.
Oh, hey. So,
Nice.
difficulty is 1, and you have 3. So now you have 3 more You have 4, so you need
5
3 more.
momentum. Jesus.
Yeah.
I also would like to add my talent of cold reading to give myself bonus momentum on the task for obtaining information.
Sure. Maximum momentum. So she hesitates in the sense that she's trying to find a diplomatic way. It's obvious when she's talking about the Cardassians, she gets visibly upset. You know from her personnel file that she was on Bajor during the occupation and was able to escape when she was young to Federation space and then joined Starfleet. But she witnessed firsthand the occupation.
Very well. Anyway, that was just small talk. So we make our way into the Maquis encampment then.
Okay. As you make your way into the Maquis encampment, Terzi, you see someone signaling you as you're kind of trailing behind the rest of the team. Someone kind of like nods to you and goes.
I slowly just slow my pace so that it's not obvious I'm turning to walk away.
Point of order. Did we establish a cover story? Who are we? This is
that's kind of what I was asking before. What do you think?
Oh, okay. In that case, this will be part of our. Maybe perhaps this would have happened before we beamed down, before the small talk with Lishu T.
Teehee. Yeah,
Teehee.
Ensign T. Yeah.
T-I-Y-I-S.
Tees.
We wouldn't be using last names and ranks.
Yeah.
So, Terzi, what as our chief of operations and
totally not spy.
As our chief of operations,
totally not. Totally never done this. Go ahead.
You are probably the best person when it comes to operational security. As such, I am going to give you full run of this of the covert elements of this mission. What suitable backstory do you think we should employ for this mission?
We need to gain access to a Maquis base, so I would think coming in as someone that would normally belong there rather than just being mixed in with refugees, an outside contractor, or is there anybody that frequents here that we would be able to like pretend to be a part of?
As far as I know, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I told you in the thing, like one of the reasons why Starfleet is asking specifically for Lishu and Terzi to come with you.
Yes.
Okay.
I know specifically why I need them both to be there. As for whether or not I want to necessarily
use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as a result, I wanted to have a backstory before then moving into it.
Okay. So Terzi, what are you guys there for?
Is there? I assume they get some type of regular supplies from somewhere that we could pretend to be one of those groups that crew from a supply ship for the base.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of supply ships that you can come in there. Let's just say you come from the Gentle Dove, which is just an independent trader that operates in Federation, Cardassian, and Ferengi space.
Very well. In which case, we will go down posing as a non-affiliated group under this Gentle Dove, and we will be going to provide relief to the refugees in the area. Fast forward.
Okay, fast forward. So as you're walking, you all see this guy gesturing towards Terzi.
Then we all approach.
Okay. Yeah, as you all approach, he looks at you guys and he looks at Terzi and goes, "You got a light?"
Just an old Zippo.
He looks at the other two and looks at you and goes, You talk with him. Sorry, Captain. No offense.
Curious. I step away.
Lishu follows you. Yeah.
Jersey.
He kind of looks over and kind of just steps, like 2 steps away, and kind of keeps his voice low. But Sakir, you can actually hear this pretty easily.
I do have pointy ears, and
Yes.
they are currently tilted in that direction.
He looks at you. He kind of puts his arms around you and goes, "The Bajoran you're with. We think she's Maquis."
Oh dear.
Yeah. Her brother is a Maquis. So
Makes you think that extends to her.
we have suspicions. Keep an eye on her. Don't trust her with any information. Change of plans.
Funny, my last contact told me to trust her for information, and now
Things change. Don't let anyone else leave here with that information but me. Got it?
good.
When you're done, don't trust your captain. Don't trust anybody else. Just give me the information. Starfleet is depending on you with this.
Understood.
All right. And then he kind of pats you in the back. Thanks for the light, buddy. And then walks off.
Anytime.
That was a long conversation there, Jersey.
Unfortunately.
Regardless, we need to make our way into the camp and find our way through. GM, looking around this encampment, is there anything odd about this arrangement? The Maquis, are they? Is there anything distinguishing them from the rest of the refugees in this area?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Right.
The only thing you can tell is that in the distance you can see somebody with a phaser rifle, kind of standing by the base entrance. But like you're seeing like shanty towns, some pre-built habitats, like temporary habitats, some things that are like built out of pieces of shuttlecraft or down ships. There's like a saloon. There's a couple of places where are like little hovels. You see some makeshift stores and every type of Federation species you can think of walking around. Even a couple of Klingons. It's a pretty wild place.
Okay. So not projecting, but amongst the group of us three, I turn to Ensign Lishu and I say, Ensign T. What should I call her?
Tihis.
Lily. No, but we're
You definitely wouldn't
yeah.
call her by rank and name.
Exactly.
Another government.
Lishu.
Yeah, Lily.
There we go.
Lily. Tell me about your family. Do you have any siblings? Again, this is just like amongst.
Yeah, I have a sister. She's back on Bajor. She's an artist, and I have a brother. He last time I heard about him, he was running second in command for some trader, merchant.
Is that all you know about your brother?
I mean, he was a very angry, violent type. Joined the resistance before my mom smuggled me out of Bajor.
Well, you might have wondered why we took you on this field trip, Lily. We believe your brother is here.
See his full name. I have his name written down here somewhere. Shoal is here.
That is correct. And he might be in contact with the group that we are looking for, so to speak.
She sits there and kind of rubs her temples and goes, "Oh, God damn it, Joel. Oh, I knew this was going to be a bad idea." Oh, no, that's him. That's how he rolls.
Now you know why we brought you with us.
Yeah. I'll do my best, Captain. I know where he would be if he was around here. And she kind of just starts walking towards the saloon.
Even though I do not express emotion, am I able to ascertain from that expression there if she was genuine about how she received that information?
Yeah, she seemed pretty genuine. She seemed pretty shocked about that. I mean, she was shocked, but she's also not surprised, kind of thing. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds about right, kind of thing. Like you heard something new, but it's not uncharacteristic of what you know.
Okay.
She said this kind of shit about her brother.
Yeah.
As she leads the way towards this, looking for this saloon, I pass a glance to Terzi as we move.
Okay. Terzi, did you say anything?
Just a nod.
All right. So Lishu goes in, walks in through the door, looks around, then walks up to the bar, takes a seat, leans over the bar, and asks the bartender, "Where's Shoal?" The bartender kind of looks at her and goes, "Who?" And she shakes her head again and goes, "The one who probably owes you more than he actually has, and is probably more, you've had to throw him out of here probably more than once." And the bartender kind of thinks for a moment and goes, "Yeah, I know who you're talking about." She shakes her head and goes, "Do you know where he is?" He goes, "Yeah, I could probably get him for you if you're okay with that." She kind of sits there and goes, "Romulan ale first, then call him. And 2 for my friends."
Romulan ale. I guess I'm pretending to be a Romulan.
You don't have to pretend to be Romulan. She's just drinking Romulan ale.
Right. Okay.
It's not that Vulcans can't drink alcohol. It's just they're not into it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Drinking on the job, are we? Really?
Well, since the transport's going to be here for a while, or we're going to be here for a while, I figured why not? Besides, it's when in Romulus, do as the Romulans do. And she takes the glass and raises it.
Very astute of you. All right.
I take my glass and I hand it to her and suggest she have a double.
She nods, and she leans over to you and goes, "I'm not drinking any of this."
I've already surreptitiously poured my drink into the nearest plant.
Just slowly
Great,
wilting.
three non-drinkers order a drink.
because this is Star Trek. You pour the water, the Romulan ale into a near a plant, and as you do, you hear the plant go, "Thank you."
It was either that or go, Vasquez, 1 drink to beam away.
Beam away. The plant thanks you, and then kind of then goes as one of its petals opens up and closes in a mouth.
That's amazing.
Because this is Star Trek.
Question.
Why wouldn't there be a plant creature?
Quick question though, for just purposes, because he just said that. Would the Vasquez have actually dropped them off? Because wouldn't that be a little weird? Like, hey, it's Star Trek.
Yeah, I guess.
Starfleet ship. So y'all probably had some kind of transport on the way in, like from another.
Yeah.
I imagine y'all took a few different like little ships until you got on one that was going there or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just for
We
the
didn't do
sake
that.
of
After we decided to, be a relief effort, I believe that we would have chosen a different route instead of beaming in.
Yeah.
Good point. So not a runabout,
But
some other sort of like random
They were given
in-system
like some
charter.
latinum to get around on. You probably
Yeah.
he helps you out. Maybe it was Rock because Rock owed us a favor.
no,
Right.
Rock's not there. But the Starfleet
yeah.
would have hooked you up with what you needed.
What's Star Trek equivalent of Uber?
Literally a random series of other ships.
Of transports, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Spoober.
Spoober. After a few minutes, the you see a like the doors open to the saloon, and in steps this long, wild-haired, tall, very built, what am I blanking on this? Bajoran, who kind of looks around, looks over towards the bar, and makes eye contact with all of you at first, like almost immediately, and kind of stomps up towards you, very serious, very stoic on the face, and runs up and then just picks up Li Shu and then crushes her with like a hug and starts laughing. He's like, oh, I haven't seen you since you were 12. What are you doing here? And as he puts her down, she kind of goes, I'm just here on a mission with my friends, Sakir and Jace. She mentions both of you.
Pleasure to meet you. I wasn't aware that paralysis was a Bajoran greeting.
Depends on the greeting. Better that than me ripping your ear off there, Vulcan.
Noted. The name is secure. Well, no, I wouldn't be secure, but we should have probably
let's do a fun thing. Let's do a Klingon name generator or a Vulcan name generator. Vulcan name generator. Valil Salos.
Sony.
Sony. Soni.
Sony.
Sony. Sony. Okay, Sony. Terzi, who would you be?
Random name.
Link.
There we go.
Link. There we go. I'm good with it.
Link the Hylian.
Link the Hylian. There we go. There he goes. Yeah, this is Sony and Link. And he kind of says, "Oh, well, here. What are you having?" I'll he kind of goes, "Oh yeah, give me a something green."
Hey, that's my line.
And the bartender kind of looks at him and goes, "I'm not giving you anything until you pay your tab." And he goes, whatever.
I'll buy him something green.
Okay. You're not bad there, Sony. Not bad.
Thank you. Any acquaintance of Lily's is not bad either.
So what brings you three to my neck of the woods?
We are primarily on relief for this area. Your sister is part of a. First of all, we would know if he knew that she is in Starfleet, correct?
Yeah, he may know. He doesn't. They've been out of touch for a while.
He also knows her name is Li Shu, not Lili, so that may tip him off.
Well,
some things.
It's a nickname. Yeah,
Nicknames
be,
exist. Yeah. Perhaps maybe
Nicknames
we could.
exist. It's canon now.
Yeah. Perhaps maybe we could continue this discussion somewhere else. Maybe perhaps as a back room.
Yeah.
We may have work for you.
Yeah, come with me. Kind of takes up and walks over and says, "I'll be in the back room. It's on Levsky's orders." He kind of goes, "Oh."
I put
okay.
another. Okay. Levsky is going to be paying for it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like he's just saying like it's on Levsky's orders and goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, whatever Levsky wants." And he walks back into a back room and kind of sits down and goes, "Is this this got to do with our little operation we have here? Because we're always looking for more good, solid people, and if you're with Lily here, I can. It's a good start at least."
Well, I mean, it is kind of awkward to call her Lily when you yourself are also a Lily. However,
Yeah.
yeah. However, again, I would very much like to continue this discussion in the back room, if that's okay with you.
Oh no, this is in the back room.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he moves you in the back room.
Okay. Well, in which case, all pretenses aside, you know that your sister is part of Starfleet, yes?
Yeah, I heard.
So, in which case, you most likely know of myself, correct?
I don't know who you are, but I know you're not a trader of any kind, like a merchant.
Very astute of you, yet again. I. We know of you and your dealings here on this refuge camp.
You're not the first Starfleet officers to have come to join our side either.
That is not quite what we are here for.
Go on.
We are here on express orders to find out more information about a certain Starfleet vessel that disappeared. And we were hoping that because of your connection with T.S. over here, that you would be able to help us with that. Of course, the reason why we are speaking here in this unmonitored room is so that you do not necessarily get yourself in trouble with the group that you are a part of.
Depends on the vessel.
Are you familiar with a ship called the USS Voyager?
Heard about it. Heard it was lost. I also heard it was chasing one of ours.
That may or may not be the case. However, the ship wasn't simply just destroyed. Your own did not necessarily, come out victorious in that engagement. Our vessel has once again simply just vanished. We were curious as to know whether or not you had any information on this. I turn to Lishu and I turn to Terzi, if you will. If you have anything to speak up on this situation, you can. And I also kind of look at Lishu imploringly, like, if now is the time.
Yeah.
If there was one.
She kind of looks at them and goes, "We're just trying to find out what happened for their families. You can help us out with this."
If there is anything you would like in return, of course. We understand how the Maquis work. This is not a political mission. This is just one of consequence.
Well, I can get you the information you need, but I can't give it to you. I can get you access to it, but I'm going to have to run this by Commander Levski.
Why is that?
We try to keep things compartmentalized. If anyone knows what's happened, he does, and he's not a trusting type. But if you do some things for us, maybe we'll help you out.
I suppose that is only fair, but it really does depend on what this something could be. We can, of course, help you monetarily with maybe perhaps some latinum. However, if it is anything else, information-wise or combat-wise, that is not something that we can help you with.
I think we can work something out. Come with me.
I hope so.
Come with me, and we'll go meet Levski, and he'll tell you what he might need from you.
Very well.
All right. With this, we're going to cut back to the other plot going on with Baaj and Dahl and the rest of the crew. So, You've been given patterns of where the bird of prey has hit. It's hit 13 transports in the last 3 months, all traveling through the Badlands.
Okay. So transports. What kind of transports are they?
They are civilian transports.
Were they carrying civilians and also no, not supply transports?
They're supply transports.
Oh,
But they're civilian owned. They're not like government owned. Give me a reason task if you're looking for like what kind of transports they are, like where they're coming from and such.
reason con. Oh, I'm looking at the ship sheet. That's why I'm rolling that wrong.
I'm assuming that you're doing this with Dahl.
Yeah, with Dahl.
Yeah.
Like Dahl. It's funny. He and I are actually we've been talking and figuring out our plan.
Yeah.
So we're a little prepared for this, as a matter of fact.
Okay. So
assist you?
Yeah, you can assist.
What was that again?
Reason con.
Reason con. There's just the one if it's an assist, and note, no focus, I guess. No.
No. All right, yeah. So it was only difficulty 1, so you have 1 more momentum.
Do we have a separate momentum pool?
No, we'll use the same momentum pool for both sides. You'll find out.
Maxed out ages ago.
Okay. So basically, all of the attacks are on the same path as transports between Cardassian and Federation space. So all of these transports are coming between Cardassian space and Federation space. There is none of the transports that are going through the Badlands that are going to other locations or from other locations are being hit. Just Cardassian to Federation space.
Okay, so the next step would be to find out when the next transport's like coming through.
Okay, give me a reason command check for that one. Yeah.
I keep hitting the ship stuff. Because I have both sheets open.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay, so there's a complication, but you are able to find this out. You find out that there are at least 3 different ships that are coming in the next couple days that are coming from that direction.
Okay.
The complicated part is you can't really narrow down anything.
Which one they would specifically go for. Yeah. Okay, so
you asked what they were carrying. Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Give me a
what was the cargo of the transports that were hit?
Yeah.
Give me another reason command task.
Okay. Did not do well there.
Do you want to auto pass this one?
We have the momentum.
You have the momentum.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so spend 2 momentum.
Okay. To re-roll? Oh, just to auto pass. Okay.
Yeah. So
the manifests.
Yeah. You find out that all of them are transporting the same thing, which is a type of Cardassian turnip. At least that's what the manifest
suspiciously specific.
Yeah.
And the Cardassians aren't exactly known for being very open about their records, even though they take them very well.
Well, the thing is that these aren't Cardassian ships. They're Federation ships, or not Federation ships, but like Federation adjacent ships. I think Cassidy Yates's transports from
like civilians of the Federation. Okay.
Yeah, civilian. There's some of them are Federation citizens, some of them are Ferengi, some of them, but none of them are Cardassians that are like Cardassian.
But they're transporting a particular Cardassian
turnip, to the Federation.
That's funny.
And were the transports destroyed or were they raided for the cargo?
They were destroyed.
Okay.
Look up. She's going to tell you to do this, doll. She's going to say, look into this Cardassian turnip. And if there is any information that leads us to believe that is a lie on those manifests. or if that's just some old colloquial thing.
Okay. Give
Or
me a
could be-
reason science task, difficulty 1, there, Darsh.
Reason
Or
science.
Saul looks up Kardashian turnip and finds Kim and Chloe in the club going.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
So there's nothing weird about this. It's a pretty common food stuff. That's
Is it like
centered
really
around-
important?
No, it's very, very like generic. However, when you're looking it up, you realize that it requires a very specific type of container to control it and to make it so it doesn't go bad. And based off the manifests you've pulled, Doll, none of these transports have those containers.
They were definitely not transporting the turnips.
They think I fell off the turnip truck yesterday. So, she's going to. Let's look into exactly what the make of those containers is and why they are important. Like, she basically wants to know that if okay, so it's not possible to transport them without that. So she wants to find if there's some kind of slang that's going on that she doesn't know about or that they don't know about these turnips. Like if it's like sort of like some kind of okay, I have influence with Jadzia, and she's on Deep Space Nine. They deal with a lot of. She's going to so what she's going to do is she's going to basically send a quick comm, like a text message kind of thing to Jadzia. Just basically giving her an idea of what's going on. Like, hey, we're getting like these transports are getting attacked, and they have these turnips on them. They have these turnips on them, but they don't. Like, do you know? Is there some kind of thing that we're missing here? Like, is there a slang term? Like, there's a lot of traders that come in and out of DS9, probably with some of these transports. Is there anything that you can know with your connections to various traders, merchants, Cardassians? Garrett.
Tell her.
Well, ask Garrett.
Also, no, ask Quark as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And maybe even Odo.
After a couple of days, by the way, you find out that 2 of those 3 transports that you found earlier were carrying turnips.
Okay, so that helps us nail it down.
Yeah.
So we want to. Okay, but so it's going to take us a couple days to get this information back from Jadzia.
Yeah, we'll get this information back, and then we'll take a break. So you get a comm message back, and she says, I looked it up. I asked a few people, and I think I found your answer. Quark let slip that a Cardassian turnip is something that his brother, who runs weapons, tends to use as a euphemism for Cardassian weapons. Fun fact, human weapons are called potatoes.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. With that, we're going to take a quick break.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere.
Put it back.
All right.
There we go.
Delicious.
Delicious.
We must eat all of the children of the chickens.
Welcome back.
The children. It's not the children. It's the
Unborn.
The abortion. Yeah.
Yes. All right. On that pleasant note, let's cut back to now that you guys have a good idea of what you're up to. I'll say that you're able to gather which one is carrying something that the of those three ships, you're able to narrow down to the one that you're pretty sure, because you've succeeded all the things, you've done all those things. You know which one.
So we know which one's actually carrying the turnips and which one is carrying the turnips.
Yeah. But we'll cut back to the crew. You're all waiting just outside the base as Shoal's going in and talking. He comes back out after a few minutes and gestures for you to follow him. You walk into this base. It's an old Starfleet base, so it looks like Starfleet tech, but it looks like it's been jerry-rigged and it's been tweaked here and there. It looks like it's been messed with to make it look, or to make it function. It's older technology which has been kind of extended its lifespan as much as possible. You see a couple other Maquis members walking around, but he leads you into a room, and there you see a tall man, white hair, older. He holds himself pretty rigidly, and he sees you comes in. He goes, Captain Sakir, I've heard about you. He extends his hand out to you.
My reputation precedes me, Mr. Shoal. And I stick out my hand to shake his. Is he a cat?
Sorry about that. What did you say?
Is he a cat?
Yes, this is not Shoal. This is another man.
It's fancy.
not Shoal.
No, it's not fancy.
Okay.
It's Jack. He decided to break into my room. He's now purring.
Jesus.
And he's leaving. All right.
Yep.
He gives his hand. He goes, Jonathan Levski, former commander of Starfleet.
Does the name ring a bell?
Yes. He had a pretty infamous kind of betrayal where he kind of during an escort mission, he actually took the entire cargo that he was supposed to be escorting, and his ship, which was I'm trying to think of what's the old what was the class of ship that was that they fought in Wrath of Khan?
Starship.
I was looking.
What do you mean, like the Klingon ship?
No, the other Federation ship that he stole. They stole one of those ships. He commandeered his own ship, and then commandeered the rest of the ships for the Maquis. So he had a pretty infamous betrayal of the Federation.
Right. Rest assured, Mr. Olevsky, we are not here for you or
the Miranda. Thank you, the Miranda class.
Yes. Yeah, rest assured, Mr. Olevsky, we're not here for you or any of your exploits. We are here on semi-Starfleet business. I told your second in command that we are here primarily to ascertain what happens to a missing Starfleet vessel. I understand this is not necessarily any of your concern. However, if you have any pertinent information about the whereabouts of the USS Voyager, we will be most appreciative, and also perhaps may be able to recompensate you with latinum or the like.
Kind of sits down on a nearby table, crosses his arms, and goes, "Trust me, Captain. I wouldn't have let you in if I didn't know who you were. I heard about your exploits saving that colony from that Ferengi colony of survivors from the Federation Cardassian War. That means a lot to people like us. It's the only reason why we're talking right now when you're not dead."
I appreciate my life. Thank you.
But Captain, I don't need latinum. I got plenty of that. But I'm not really enticed to hand over information, any information we have, especially since it might expose current operators in the field.
Is that to say that you do in fact know that there is a link between the Voyager and the Maquis?
There is. And I can give you more information. But I don't need latinum. I need a good negotiator. And I hear you're a pretty good diplomat there, Captain.
I dabble.
We have not so good relations with a local trader, but we need his wares. We've done everything we can to entice him to sell to us, but he's decided not to. So if you could act for us independently to acquire some items.
Very well. Is there any reason why he is not working with you?
He knows us for some, let's say, disagreements we've had recently.
And what exactly is it that they peddle?
Turnips.
Curious. What do you need with turnips? You seem well fed.
That's not a question you need to ask, Captain. We just need these turnips. You get these turnips, I get you the information you need.
Understood. Who is this person, and where may we find them?
What you're looking for is, what was his name? I'm going to screw up his pronunciation. He's a Ferengi named Gala.
Dela.
Gala. Gaila.
Gala.
Gala.
Very well.
He's you can find him probably near his ship. It's near the spaceport. He's always interested in new customers, but don't tell him we sent you. Specifically, though, we're looking for two things. We're looking for 1,000 turnips and 150 cases of turnips. Those exact things. We'll get you the money, but you have to get it to us at a decent price. If you can get us those turnips for 1 bar of latinum or less, I'll give you that information.
Very well. And our lives notwithstanding, what is the guarantee that we would get and you would uphold your end of the bargain?
That's the risk you're going to have to take. If you look at my record, Captain, you know that I never killed any Starfleet personnel. I did everything I could as peacefully as possible. My problem isn't with Starfleet. Hell, I still believe in Starfleet. I just believe they made a mistake, and I can't abandon these people to the Cardassians.
Very well. We will try and procure a healthy diet for your people.
I appreciate it. He looks over at Shul, who comes over and hands you a bar of latinum. Good luck there, Captain.
Thank you. So I proceed to leave with Terzi and T. Lishu.
Okay. So you all head out into the to the city. And with that, we're gonna cut back over to the crew of the Vasquez, is where they are. All right, so you know what ship they're going to attack, but you don't know when they're going to attack. So how are you going to deal with this?
So, plan. The plan is that we would like to follow the transport.
Okay.
But in stealth mode.
Oh, the stealth mode that the Vasquez still has. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, or do we have to get permission from Starfleet to enact that?
No.
Okay. So our plan is to follow it in stealth mode, but we need to have some information first.
This is a new scene, by the way, so because
Yes.
of the breaks.
Momentum's gone.
What information do we have from Starfleet? Okay, what information do we have from Starfleet about its crew complement? Like
yes.
not the transport, but the attacker, the raider.
Bop.
The best you can tell is that it is mostly ex-Starfleet crew, but there is a suspicion that the captain is a member of the House of Duras, who helped the Maquis steal the ship in the first place.
That is new information. All right. So there may be a Klingon on board.
Yeah, to help them teach them how to use it.
Okay.
And as far as you can tell, what is it? What is the term called? Oop, hit the wrong button. No, that's the right button. It is a. Where are you ships? It's a Burrell class.
I wondered if it was. Okay.
Mhm.
Is that like an older model?
No, it's the new model.
Oh, crap. So
Wait, it's not we're not past 22 like 90, so it's not the one that can actually fire. It's not the prototype that can fire in cloaked. Okay.
No,
That's important to know.
It can only fire while cloaked.
2390.
So, but it's got disruptor cannons, photon torpedoes.
Yeah, it's pretty mean, bitch.
It's a pretty mean bitch. It's the one that you've been using. You've been fighting alongside. The Mupal, and
right. It's one of the newer ones. So it's a very good ship for them to. So it's definitely an active service. So the Klingons are probably pretty upset that it's not in their empire.
And I'm guessing that you don't know any sort of backdoor or exploits.
I might though, because
you do.
That's exactly what my next question was. Is there do I need to roll something or to determine, because we're thinking we want to get in there and we basically want to board it, but we also want to get it disabled, and we will deploy something like a probe or even a runabout as a distraction to get them off the course of the transport, so that we can
reconfigure its emissions to make it seem like it's a Cardassian ship.
Yeah.
On sensors.
You're trying to get it to get away from the transport, or are you trying to get it so that it...
We want to get it away from the transport so we can get it cordoned off in a different direction.
Okay.
That way we don't have the transport defending itself to deal with. And also keep the transport safe. Then again, we also know it's transporting Cardassian weapons and that they're destroying it. So that itself is a problem, that the Cardassians are somehow using Federation civilians to get weapons to themselves. If that's what we're assuming is probably happening right now. So the plan is we got to get it away from that transport's line of fire.
How about we get to the transport first and do an inspection of the cargo? and then
Ooh, that's
and
a
then
good
use the
idea.
transport as sort of like a backup. It would have some sort of weapons, but if we get there quick enough, we could probably boost their shields and maybe install some phasers on it.
But we don't even want them to know that we're nearby. Because we don't want there to be any like warning of us. We want to stay cloaked the entire time.
Yeah.
So we would need to use the runabout to do the inspection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but just the inspection, yeah. But I was only thinking that in a way to get the ship on our side in case of battle. But if we're just doing it with the roundabout, I don't think there's a way that we'll be able to have all the resources
Or
to
are there any nearby fleet ships that can do the inspection?
No, there's
Hmm.
no fleet ships in the vicinity. The Badlands are
Well,
pretty
that's
hard
right.
to operate. So
I just don't want to tip anybody off to our presence. That's the whole thing. Like nobody.
So you're trying to. So the idea is you're going to use a runabout to distract them to get them to go after the runabout rather than the
yeah,
the
make it
transport,
make the at least get it because they'll probably see it's a runabout and be like, "What is going on?" And we'll catch them off guard because we want to board their ship and basically disable the engines or something. Just disable the ship in a way that it can't move for a while,
Okay.
and then capture it by like by either negotiating with them or having like like 50 security people just wreck them from the inside. We don't
So
want to kill, but we want to capture both the crew and the ship.
you have a way that you know how to trick them into thinking it's a vessel that's not something that might draw them off. However, it will involve giving top secret Klingon information, something that would be incredibly useful for the Federation if there was ever a conflict. This is something that would essentially make you a traitor. If you gave this information to the crew.
Well, the thing is about that. About that, Gowron's the real traitor for being a dick. So, and it's the Gowron show at the Klingon Empire. It's no longer the Klingon Empire show. It's the Gowron show. So, and it's probably good. The way she would sell it down the line is get good, bitches.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to, you need to stop fighting with the Federation in the first place. So, I don't know. Maybe she could keep it to herself by doing it herself.
Okay.
So that's where that could be a solution. But Starfleet will probably notice, like, you did something that we don't know, and we would like that information.
If you liked it, you can do it.
Get it from her.
You can do it, but you'll have to. You'll be the one who has to roll these checks, and it'll make it one less difficulty than it would be before. But you are going to have to roll these, and a lot of this is going to be engineering checks.
Okay, and then our plan, if I'm failing super hard, is probably to infiltrate the bridge itself, like literally beam a team of like 10 into the bridge and just take the bridge over. If it's still in stealth, of course, because we have to beam while we're in stealth and it's in stealth. So we also have to track, and I'll know how to track, which I've shared with the crew before on how to track a Klingon ship in cloak.
Yeah.
So
you gave them some basic information. You could give them more information, but this again is more of a it's classified kind of stuff. So if you gave that information, it would reduce the difficulty by 1 for the tracking. But you would again be giving classified information.
Yeah, but she's not a member of the Empire anymore. Like, screw the Empire. Like,
So you're giving them the information. All right.
Yeah, I will give them better detailed information on how to track this. But I will also request, like, this is more of me telling you something, and I expect it not to be abused. I expect you not to abuse this unless it is a life or death situation.
Because this would be given directly to Dahl.
Maybe we don't tell Starfleet I told you guys this, so that way you have an edge in your in the rest of your career. Yeah, I give it to Dahl. That's a good idea. I give that just to Dahl.
Yeah,
this will help you advance your career one day, I swear.
Okay, so give me a control engineering check to set up the runabout to look like a, because I'm assuming you're just remote pilot the run about and make it look like a.
I will assist with that because I actually have a pretty good engineering.
No, you have to do it unless you're giving all this information. If you give me all this information, then I'll give. I'll let.
Oh, okay.
I'll let the engineering crew do it.
Yeah, the engineering crew can do it.
Okay. I got 4 engineering, so I can as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I've got like jerry rigging as
it's like Jensen or something.
Focus.
Yeah.
I could do just that's Jensen.
See,
like
Jensen.
whichever or whoever, not Jensen, but whichever
Weathers.
guy.
I'm trying to figure out
Those
which
two
one.
guys are the ones that I
Jensen or
trust the
Weathers.
most. While the
You guys have access to Jensen and Weathers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
That would probably be Jensen, yeah, because Weathers is the transport operator. Oh no, that's Jensen. Weathers is Starship Power Systems. It would be Weathers.
Yeah.
Who's
all right? I got him open. So we need to roll him for engineering. What?
And control engineering.
Control engineering.
I got him. Did I have 2 of them selected? I didn't see.
No, you got it.
Okay.
You got it. So, 2 successes, 0 failures, or 1 complication.
Yeah.
1 complication. So, Jensen, does anyone want to help him out? Or assist?
I could do. Yeah, I can do. Control engineering. 1. Do we get a focus with jerry?
Jerry, yeah, you get something with Jerry.
Yeah.
Hey.
No. Okay. So, Weathers is able to put everything together with ship. He's not using the Tusik. That's the
No.
Actually, Daxon probably took the Tusik with him.
Yes, with him.
This is true.
So he says, I can do this, but it's not the Sava, but it's not going to fool them for long. If they get too close, they'll know exactly that this is not a Cardassian ship.
So we will keep this ship moving. So Jensen or whoever our pilot person is, we'll need them probably in that thing.
Well, are you going to do it with piloting, or are you going to do it remote? Because they can set it up to do it remote to keep it moving.
Yeah, remote to keep it moving. That's fine.
Yeah, no one has to be on board. So
yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
Program like some auto pilot protocols into it.
Weird patrol
Just
patterns.
Some weird patrol patterns. That way it'll compensate, and if they make certain kind of movement, it can make a new different movement, but based on their movement. So
okay. Pull this up so I know exactly what needs to be done.
It's very Klingon to infiltrate a ship and just wreck it from the inside. So yeah. I'm very excited about this.
Terzi was here.
I know, of all the people.
Hey, that's my idea.
I'll be like,
I can almost hear
Maj will be like,
agreeing.
You'll be real proud of what I did while you were gone.
We'll see.
Right.
We'll see. Yeah, exactly.
If you make it back to pick us up, then yes, I'll be very proud.
Okay.
Let me go to Starship Fundamentals. There we go. So what it is for this is sensor operator. It would be a sensor sweep to find and see if you can't find these the Klingon bird of prey. Or the Maquis bird of prey. This is a reason science task assisted by the ship's sensor science task with a difficulty of 2 because it reasons.
Yeah.
Sensor science for the ship. Would this be would the ship have focus in this?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
I'm rolling for reason science. Reason science.
Reason science. Yeah. Difficulty 2.
Yeah.
And the ship gets 1 die, right?
Ship gets 1 die for assist. Yeah.
Wait. So, yeah.
Hell yeah! It's best ship. Best ship.
So you have one momentum from that. As you're doing sensor sweeps. Yeah, because it's
difficulty 3.
Difficulty. Did I say difficulty 3? Yeah, no. Difficulty 2. It's difficulty
2.
Yeah,
So
so
we
you
get
took
two. Yeah,
it was originally difficulty 3, but then Baaj was like, "Here's all the information you need."
We didn't need it.
Yeah. So,
Oh, well.
you pick up the ship. You pick up what's probably the bird of prey, moving towards the runabout as it's kind of doing these weird patterns. It doesn't seem to have picked you up quite yet because, Badlands, there's storms raging around giant vortexes, space lightning. It's all very brown and red.
Yeah.
But in order to sneak up on it enough to get into to range, you're going to have to give me a maneuver check, which is a control con task difficulty 1. This would be difficulty.
Would that be Vin Diesel rolling?
It'd be Vin Diesel. It'd be
what's the ship roll on that con?
Engines con.
Engines con. Okay, let me do this ship real quick. Oh, ship! I ordered you to re-roll that. I'm sorry, but I had to do it.
Okay.
She just smashes something, and the ship suddenly works again. We've had enough complications. I did not want another one.
I'll roll for.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Jumo.
I didn't have Jumo. I was trying to remember who that was.
Jumo.
Jumo.
Which is con. I think it was. What was it? It said control con.
Oh,
Control con.
Control con. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Boy,
He's good at
Diesel.
this.
He is good at his job. I like him.
So it's difficulty. It was difficulty 1, right? Yeah. So you have 3 more. You managed to sneak up. So if this was a TV show, you would see the outline shimmer of the bird of prey coming, and then out of the back of the of one of the swirls, one of the storms, the Vasquez slowly is creeping up, and you get within transport range. Who's going over onto the bridge?
I'll go because I'm going to be the one. Oh, you mean onto the bridge?
Because you're transporting right into the bridge. That was the plan, right? Or are you going?
Oh, I thought we were going to saboteur the ship.
Are you going to beam onto the ship and saboteur it? Or are you going to attack it? It's dead to rights in front of you in terms of an attack. You know it's shielded down because it is cloaked. So
why don't you go to another scene and we'll come back to this because Darj and I can plan on what we want to do.
Okay.
Because now I'm kind of tempted.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to cut back to the away team, Lishu, Sakir, and Terzi. You're all walking into...
By the way, real quick before we go into that, I see anything of notice or value as we're walking through the base? Like,
give me a presence security or insight security. Difficulty
that's
2.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, you definitely see lots. It's pretty jerry-rigged. You can put together that they're barely keeping everything together. The amount of people that's in this base seems low for what it should be for operations. They seem to have a skeleton crew there.
But nothing of intelligence value is, I guess, what I'm looking for.
No, not really. But
just that there's a minimal crew here.
You figure that if you wanted to, you could probably overpower them pretty easily, even with your 3 away team members. If you got the jump on them, they don't seem ready for any kind of attack. They're not even carrying weapons while they're walking around inside of it. The only person who has a weapon that you saw was the guard at the front.
Would I know any of the dated command codes for anything here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able. You figured, like, given a couple of minutes, you could probably control the space.
Okay. Carry on.
So you and Sakir and Lishu are walking out. What's your plan right now, Sakir? You're gonna go straight to the.
We're gonna do something that isn't done very often, as far as I know, in Star Trek. We're going to walk and talk with the camera following us. I don't think it's
Okay.
ever happened. It's all static scenes.
Yeah.
But
but it did happen in the Vasquez rocks.
there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I turn to Terzi and I go, so well, first of all, of course I make sure that, like, as we're moving, there isn't anybody who's like, no prying eyes. I make sure that, like, for the most part, we're unheard,
Mhm.
if not unseen. And essentially I go, I trust you've been looking around, Terzi.
Indeed.
So you'll have to forgive me for laying our cards on the table, so to speak, with the Maquis captain. However, I thought it was most pertinent, just in case they had some sort of lie detection.
Well, quite outside of my comfort zone, but you're the captain, Captain.
On the other hand, I turn to Lishu and I go, Lishu, is there anything you can tell us about what's going on? Anything at all?
Nothing that I can think of. Shul. That's the best of I can get. I'm a little out of my comfort zone, Captain. I'm best around an engine.
Very well. Well, our directive here for this mission was just to get information, not necessarily pertaining to the Voyager. However, of course, that is our end goal. We've learned a lot about their trade routes here with this so-called Ferengi. So perhaps, on your discretion, Terzi, should we go investigate and see what it is that this Ferengi does?
Well, I think we can rest assured that there aren't going to be any turnips.
That is true. So we know that the Maquis require these vegetables, or these turnips, from this Ferengi. If we can establish why this Ferengi has stopped trading with them, or who they're trading with instead, we can probably follow this all the way down the line.
What's the plan?
So, what's the plan?
Sounds like you want to go meet a Ferengi.
If you think that's the best thing to do.
The alternative is we go back there and take them all out and take over the base.
Do you think he would be... I want to advise against combat if necessary. However, do you think it would be possible for you to be able to access their databases anywhere, any terminals, any access points whatsoever, perhaps maybe somewhere remotely?
I don't know if there would be any remote terminals tied into the station.
What do you need?
We'd have to look around.
Terzi? Okay. What would you need, Terzi?
Paul, I assume that I just need a terminal that's tied into the station.
Yeah, you need a terminal that's tied into the core, the data core of the computer core of the system of the thing. There wasn't any operational data like wall panels that you walked by. So either they disabled them, or they're intentionally, or they just have been disabled.
So I'd need to pretty much get to the data core somewhere, and I didn't see any active terminals. If there are any, they're going to be a little deeper in.
Terzi, I don't ask this much, but what would you do?
Well, information is one of those things that can be coerced, but takes effort. You have a situation where you might be able to get them to voluntarily give us the information. However, my concern is I don't think we really want to give them any turnips, whatever they are.
Granted. Yes, I agree. Well, in that case, I think that we'll stop by this Ferengi, as it does seem that they do not want us to show our affiliation with these Maquis people anyway. So we head
Sure.
towards the Ferengi.
Okay. So it's a few minutes of walking, but you manage to make it pretty quickly. And there's these this is very large Nausicaan who is standing at out front of this Ferengi
I start
vessel.
looking for plates immediately.
Who kind of looks at you and goes, "What business do you have?"
We are looking for your Ferengi friend.
Which Ferengi friend? I have many.
Pardon my intrusion, but I don't think you have many friends at all.
If you continue this route, I will rip off your ears and show them to you.
Thanks.
As he
Still looking for a plate.
as he says that, you feel inside you, Sakir. You feel a bit of insult, not really like anger, but like motherfucker, like really kind of thing.
If you want to see my ears, you'll have to come a bit closer.
He steps forward a little bit, and then you hear a, "Don't do it. He's just trying to provoke you," and then he's gonna do his little neck pinch, and you'll be out like a rock.
Well, actually, I was going to headbutt him with my ears and blind him, but that was the second one.
And out from the ship, you see this little Ferengi man walks up and goes, "I'm Gala. How can I help you, gentlemen and lady?"
Kayla, is there any way we can talk in private?
"You have a business proposition? I'm always open for business propositions. Come onto my ship. You stop scaring the locals." And he walks into this Ferengi transport vessel.
Okay.
You follow him?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he walks up and he walks in. You see, it's this lavish room. It's been it's been converted from like a cargo bay or like a quarters of some kind, and it's like gold everywhere. There's mirrors on everything, plush like bed, statues from a dozen different worlds, all of nude women. It's like red and velvet. It is obscenely wealthy. As he walks in there, and he sits down and goes, "All right, gentlemen, what can I help you with? What are you looking for?"
So, Mr. Gala, first of all pretenses aside, we are from the Federation. I hope that doesn't change things between us.
Not at all. I've never really sold my wares to the Federation. I didn't think they'd be into what I can give them.
Well, as it turns out, the Federation is comprised of many different kinds of people. However, it is not about what you can offer us, but more so what you refuse to offer to other people. Specifically, vegetation.
What type of vegetation?
I don't suppose you have a healthy supply of turnips.
Cardassian turnips? Not as much as I used to, but I have a few. And he kind of steps up, walks behind, opens up a crate, kind of rummages through, and pulls something out and reaches over and then places it on the table in front of you. And it's a Cardassian disruptor rifle.
Oh. Most interesting.
I've been losing my shipments as of lately because of those damn Maquis.
It is interesting that you speak about the Maquis. They were the ones who informed us of your little hoard.
Yeah, so I was negotiating with them for plenty of turnips, and then they start using their raider to attack my transports. I don't know why they're doing that. I'm just a businessman.
I see. So you refused to trade with them because they became violent.
Well, they wouldn't take my offer. I gave them a very generous 15 bars of gold press latinum for what they wanted, and they wouldn't even take it.
15.
It's a very generous offer.
They handed us over 1 bar of pressed latinum in order to make a deal with you today. I don't suppose.
They think I'm just desperate to make a deal. Okay. They wouldn't be too wrong either. I don't want to be in this backwater hellhole. I have other clients to deal with.
That is fair. After all, rule of acquisition number 18, a Ferengi without profit is no Ferengi at all.
Ah, you've read the rules of acquisition, have you?
I am familiar.
Well. Tell you what. I'll give you all of my stock of Cardassian turnips and cases of Cardassian turnips for 5 bars of gold press latinum.
On top of the 1 bar of gold pressed latinum that we have, do we have anything else? Did we bring any other?
You
money?
have gold press latinum. You have a couple, like maybe 10 bars of gold press latinum on top of the 1 bar they give you.
Right.
Just for operations that you needed to do.
Very well. So, just so that I understand, out of character, but speaking in character, whereabouts are we right now? Are we near Deep Space Nine, or are we in the Beta Quadrant?
You're near Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
Yeah, the Badlands are kind of an area between, as far as I can understand from the things, you're in the Badlands. This planet is in the Badlands, so
right.
it's in this area between the Cardassian and Bajoran space.
Okay. In which case, how would you be interested in perhaps procuring a deal to deliver said vegetables to Deep Space Nine?
Oh, I don't want to work with Quark. My brother is a bit of a malcontent, and I don't want to have to deal with family on business. You understand?
That is perfectly understandable. I was not insinuating that you work with the Ferengi aboard Deep Space Nine. I would facilitate a retinue myself to collect the vegetables.
Sure.
Should you deliver them?
Yeah, I need to get out of here anyways.
Okay.
As long as you pay for the transportation fees, of course I will. That's another 2 strips of gold plus platinum.
That we could do. After all, opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
You are good Ferengi there for a Vulcan. It's a deal.
I dabble.
And he extends his hand.
Mm-hmm. I reach out to shake his hand.
Okay.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
You
I
as
do
well.
have one question for you, though, Galen.
Go ahead.
These Maquis, they obviously are receiving their shipments of weapons from elsewhere, albeit maybe perhaps not in the same amount of numbers. Do you have any competition here in the Badlands that you would like to see out of the picture?
Oh, yeah. I got a few. Are you offering me to deal with some problems?
Maybe not perhaps deal with the problems. After all, peace is good for business. However, the names of said individuals might help the Federation and yourself, by perhaps making their lives slightly more visible.
I work with very specific clientele, and if I gave you the names of my competition, it would work very well for me. But if my clients found out that I ratted out a competition, they may not trust me anymore.
Well, you are a very pertinent businessman. That is fair. I did try, and you cannot fault me for that.
Not at all there, Captain. Or he doesn't know you, Captain. Not at all there, my Vulcan friend.
Very well. Galen, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
You too.
Jersey.
Just he holds out his hand. My payment?
I looked at Tersey. Tersey?
I hand over the payment.
He takes it. He kind of looks at it, holds it in his hand. He bites it. Federation with Cardassian turnips. I never thought I saw the day. Thank you so much. And he takes it and he puts it in his pocket. Have a good day now. And he kind of ushers you out.
And you too. Secure makes a mental note that Ferengi like to put Latinum in their mouths.
Yeah. They
Could
like
be
to bite
useful.
Latinum.
Yes. Yeah. Are Ferengi immune to poison?
They might be. But they tend to, if you watch the show, Quark or Ferengi will always, they take like platinum strips or platinum bars. They'll bite into them to see if they're real.
No, I'm just thinking for a different character. You know, if I was an assassin, that's an interesting point of interest. Anyway,
yeah.
All right. So we leave, and well, before we do, I ask Tersey, is there anything you would like to ask our Ferengi friend before we leave?
You have some empty boxes of turnips?
You got a few, yeah?
We have some.
Sure. Just out back.
Thank you.
Most of his cargo is empty. He doesn't seem to have anything when he leads you to the cargo bay. There's some boxes, but seems like it's like display. All of his weapons seem to be
Perfect.
Not on board the ship or somewhere else.
I want it so that when we go back, it looks like we're coming back fully stocked.
Okay.
Not coming back empty-handed. Even sending this to DS9 and back empty.
Okay.
They sent us here specifically for 150 crates. I don't think they would expect us, even with the help of that large Nausicaan, to carry all 150 by ourselves. However, of course, the deal has been done, so I suppose I understand what you're saying. We will have something to show to them. At the same time, we could also use that to our advantage. It's a very well thought out plan,
Yes.
Tersey.
Thank you.
All right. Before we cut back to you guys, is the Vasquez ready to go? As you're sneaking up.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Cut back to the Vasquez approaching stealthily the cloaked bird of prey.
Okay, before we move forward with any of this, I was awarded a thing a while back, and the benefit is once per mission, when the character creates an advantage that reflects or represents some strategy or tactic, they may automatically create a second identical advantage. They can create 2 copies of an advantage to be used together in greater effect. Now, the way advantages work is advantages created must relate to the nature of the task attempted, and it must be something that could logically result from the character's actions. This may instead be used to remove a complication currently in play or create a complication on an adversary. So I think that's the latter part we want to do, is create a complication upon our adversary. So right now our plan, is to, we thought it over because we thought maybe we were being too complicated. And they're still cloaked, we're still cloaked. We want to beam aboard their bridge crew. We want to take their bridge crew out of the bridge directly into our brig, and then send a team to take over that, like lock the bridge down and take it over.
Okay.
And so that would be our.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay, that's your initial opening plan.
Yeah, and so with the task that we're attempting with all of that, I guess, is I think the advantage we want to create is essentially the complication for them, in that we have the advantage of knowing these systems because through me, we have the advantage of knowing the system very well, compared to them. and I know that they have, but it'll be basically this. The system they are still learning is being turned against them all of a sudden. So I basically want the complication to come out that like all the like somehow like basically she gets on and we want to sort of scramble the protocol that lock them out. So that the complication is if they hit the wrong stuff, they may end up hurting themselves by like disabling life support or something.
Okay.
Like if they're not careful, they could actually hurt themselves.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to have to beam them over. So I'll have...
well, we have to beam the bridge crew off first. So we have to get their bridge crew off.
Yeah. So...
what's his face?
It would be
Jensen.
Jensen, yeah.
We pull him up.
Transporters and replicators, yeah. So he's got focus on that one. So that's and that's control engineering, I believe.
And
power, yeah. You're already down 2 power because you turned on the stealth systems. So
yeah.
Plan B, if that doesn't work, is like a sort of a attempted multi-vector attack with the runabout. So we hit him from 2 different directions at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Let me look at this real quickly because it's an actual...
What's Jensen's role again?
He's a transport operator.
Yeah, but I'm looking at weather. Sorry.
That's what I'm looking at.
Is there O'Brien?
It would be internal systems. So it's a control engineering task with difficulty 3. Normally it's difficulty 2, but it's going to be difficulty 3, plus assisted by the sensors engineering.
We have 5 momentum. You can spend.
I'm gonna wait
3.
till the ship roll to spend it.
Okay.
Okay. I only rolled 1 for him. I'll just roll a second one. Okay. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And we'll still roll the ship real quick.
Roll the ship, yeah. Just if we get one momentum.
What was the ship's roll? It was sensors engineering.
Sensors engineering, yeah.
Okay. And then boom. Ha!
You
knew it.
Damn
it.
So, here's the thing. You're able to beam off the bridge crew, but when you beam off the bridge crew, they get an alert off.
Okay.
For the rest of the ship. So once you've beamed off the bridge crew, the ship decloaks, and shields come up.
However, we haven't decided what we want to use for the advantage.
Yeah, that's
for.
true.
We could remove our complication.
We could remove, and we can actually remove 2 because that's a double advantage that we have.
Yeah.
So we basically can remove. So let's remove that complication for now. Okay.
So you beam them over, and now you can beam them back. So you're down 3 power.
And then a team of security and like other essential officers and myself are going over, and Dahl's going to have the bridge of the Vasquez.
Okay.
So I'm already in the bridge. I'm already down there ready to go, but they got directly put in the brig.
Okay.
So we're going to head over. So Jensen's going to get us over there.
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Difficulty 3, control engineering.
Buddy!
He's that good. He's that good.
Ship, don't let me down. Thank you, Ship.
Yes. All right. We're full of momentum as well.
Dude, yes. Okay, so as soon as we get on that bridge, I'm immediately going to start putting in things to like, we're going to lock the bridge out so nobody can enter it. That's the first thing he wants to do.
Here's what happens. You beam them over and you start beaming, you beam me over, you materialize on the bridge, and it's like almost instantaneously. Like as they're being beamed out, you're being beamed in. You can actually see them dematerialize in front of you as you're being materialized in. They're just the look of like shock as this was going on. And
yeah, like Jetsar like knocks a guy out, you know.
Yeah.
As he's being teleported out.
Yes, as they
yeah, that's amazing. Oh my god, that's that good. Jensen's that good that Jetsar was able to punch a guy while everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yes, without anybody getting mixed together into a 2-Vix situation.
Yes. So here's what happens. You beam in, and the second you beam in, they're being beamed out. So like the second you materialize, you're like, wait, what? And like Jetsar just boom knocks one out. And as you knocks one out, they all
before he
get
hits the
beamed
ground,
out.
he's already he
Yeah.
hits the ground in the brig.
In the brig, yeah.
Yes.
And you were like right in front of the Klingon who's in command of this, who looks like absolutely pissed when they sees you, and he kind of goes. And as he's doing that, he just dematerializes in front of you.
Does she recognize him?
I am the captain now. Boom.
No, she wouldn't have recognized him. She knows he's supposed to be House Duras, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So Baj's first step is immediately locking the bridge down from all other crew members.
okay. Give me a
Who you taking with you?
I imagine Jetsar, probably one of the engineering guys that's not working. Weathers.
Weathers?
Then, probably. Yeah, Weathers. So Jetsar, Weathers, and probably a few unnamed crew members.
security and engineers.
Yeah, we can just use their sheets as the other members of the crew. But yeah,
Well, I actually have other members of the crew that I can roll for him. I've just got generic.
Like I would have,
engineering
I would have
skills.
like definitely like some like a con, like basically every role of the bridge, but with junior officers that aren't needed on the Vasquez at the second.
Ensign Everyman.
Ensign every
Palma.
woman. No, Ensign.
Palma.
Yeah, Ensign Palma's there. Ensign Shaka Khan because she is every woman.
Yes. Or starmen. What do they call them? They don't call them starmen. What do they call them? The enlisted crew.
Red shirts.
Cadet.
Crewman.
Yeah,
Crewman
just
Shaka Khan.
just basic crewmen. Because a lot of this is going to ride on Baj, because Baj is the one who really knows this ship. So,
So Baj, give me a reason security task, difficulty 2.
reason security. Difficulty 2. Now, do I get reduced difficulty for any?
That was reduced.
Okay,
difficulty.
okay.
It was normally difficulty 3.
And yeah. God damn it!
Okay.
What? Why does my rolls suck? Okay, I'm gonna use the determination to auto
Yes.
succeed
Pass
at that.
Actually succeeded. Okay.
Yeah.
So you try to you sit down in the captain's chair. You immediately flip open the controls in the captain's chair. You start hitting buttons, and you hear like as you first.
And I smack it.
Yeah. Oh! And you
I
smack it,
smash the buttons with my fist.
and then it
That's
goes
how
beep,
you
boop,
do it.
you know.
Too used to Starfleet ships.
It immediately locks down. So you have the ship locked down and under your control.
I immediately hailed Dahl. I'm gonna hail Dahl real quick, and I'm gonna order him continue to beam their crew over, raise shields if and when necessary for the Vasquez. You have the con. You know what to do. Hopefully.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Right.
I'm, I'm gonna fast forward to this because you guys pretty much ambushed them.
Yeah,
and
we're
took them
done.
out.
We're done.
That was a very Romulan way of doing it, Baj. But yeah.
You know, I'm branching out. I'm learning about more people and how they do stuff, and there's not anything wrong with.
Sometimes
with
it pays off.
I don't want you guys to get hurt, so it's fine for me to get hurt, but not for you to get hurt.
All right, let's cut back to the crew coming back to the base. You approach the base, and they don't even inspect you, especially if you're carrying boxes. They just kind of wave you through. There's no one escorting you. You're just able to walk into the base.
Is the Vasquez nearby? I suppose not, right?
No.
So there's no way to leave if anything goes hairy.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't think that we were going to be going straight back to Levski.
Okay.
I think I turn to Terzi and I go, we've made it this far. We've now diverted all their weapons. I would call that job well done. However, is there anything else that you would want to do?
Retaking the base count.
I would like to avoid as many casualties as possible, Terzi. If taking the base was as
I'm going to remind you of the mission directives. You're recovering information about Maquis activity in the Badlands without tipping off Maquis or unnecessary loss of life, as well as the disappearance of the Voyager, and to stop the Maquis bird of prey by any means necessary. So.
Oh, I thought that was what Baaj was.
Yeah, she was. That was the secondary objective. Is the second objective is Baj's. The first objective is yours, for information for the Voyager and Maquis activity.
Okay. Right. In which case, we need to find out if there's a bird of prey nearby, and if there's any way of.
Oh no! Like... You don't need to find out about the bird of prey. It's you're there to find out about the Voyager and Maquis activity.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I suppose in Secur's eyes, like Maquis activity, we've basically heard from the horse's mouth that they are essentially getting weapons from Ferengi.
Mm-hmm.
And we spoke to the Ferengi, and the Ferengi told us essentially what's going on. The Maquis are attacking their trade lines or whatever, and taking stuff from them. So we diverted the goods from the Ferengi. So now the Maquis don't really have anywhere to get their weapons from anymore. But, okay, right. So I guess in that case, yeah, we still haven't necessarily gotten any hard data from the Maquis about their goings on. I think what we should do is, around the camp, around this area that we're at. So again, none of these Maquis are like marked, right?
No, they don't have any like markings. They like to blend in with the population.
Okay. Right. So I turn to Terzi and I say, so one side objective complete. We still need to find out what these Maquis are currently up to. How best Yeah, how best again would you want to go about doing this? Again, Terzi, I ask not because I don't know what I necessarily would do. However, I do want to rely on your expertise in this field, just so that.
We've already blown the element of surprise. They know that we are Starfleet, so they are going to be less likely to volunteer information.
That is correct.
I as much as you, don't desire loss of life, but taking the base, there may be information in the data core of the base.
So, GM, you said that this base that they're in is an old Starfleet design?
Mm-hmm.
Are we able to somehow pull up any information about this base as to where that kind of data core would be? Would we have any, Okay.
You have a general idea, but you can also easily scan for it. It's not like it's protected information.
Okay.
There's many places it could be, because these bases are designed to be modular, so they could be kind of configured in different ways. But a computer core has got a high EM signature, so it wouldn't be too difficult to even like use like a tricorder to find it.
Right. Terzi, here's my plan. I return back to Captain Levski, and I tell him that we have completed the mission. We, of course, will take the crate with us as a sign of, well, this is what we've done. However, vegetables are heavy, so, of course, somebody would have to go there and collect the stuff. While that's all going on, I'm going to rely on you to maybe perhaps do some sleuthing, find this core, and find the data.
What do you want me to do, Captain? Asks Lishu.
Lishu, I need you to appeal to your brother's better nature and to try and help us with this mission.
Sure. I'll do my best to convince him. You want me to try to convince him that we're still on the up and up?
I want you to try and convince your brother to assist us. I if he is able to prevent anybody from, I suppose, discovering Mr. Terzi when he is on his little mission, that would be of great importance.
Gotcha. I think I understand, Captain.
Thank you. All right, so we head back inside the base with a plan.
So there's no one's guiding you or anything else like that. You know,
Nobody at posts.
There's the person who's at the front, but he lets you in. But no one's like walking you around. They seem to have pretty easy kind of run of the place.
Okay.
So you're gonna go to where you met the Betsky before?
Yes. So I'll go with the box.
Okay.
By myself. I think Terzi at that point would probably break off.
Yeah, for sure.
And Lishu's gonna try to find her brother as well.
Mm.
Okay.
And I guess I'll use a tricorder to try and find the best path to the data core here.
All right. So give me a give me a control science task difficulty 1. Hey.
Okay.
Nice.
Easy. So you're able to find it where it is. Pretty easy. You walk on over, and as you get to the core, you notice that there's a kind of an open archway that you can see inside, and you see one person just kind of walking around the core, just kind of hitting buttons and stuff like that. It seems to be working. In the meantime, let's move over to Secure. You walk over to not yet. You walk over to where Commander Lesky is, and you see him sitting there with kind of a data pad and looking up, and goes, "Oh, you got the turnips. That's good. Go ahead and
that is correct.
Go ahead and put that box down."
This box is empty. However, I just felt that it was necessary to show you that we were there, and we managed to make the deal. 1,000 turnips, 150 boxes or / crates, as you asked.
Excellent.
Now, about our part of the deal.
Oh, yeah. Information. Here. He kind of hands over a data pad. This is everything we had from Commander Chakotay, from Chakotay's ship before he went missing. We know that or not Chakotay, because that was different. This is everything we had from we heard about the USS Voyager when it went missing in the Badlands. We also have these ships here, and he kind of pulls out a couple more pads. Each of these ships are missing in action. We assumed that they might have been destroyed by the Cardassians, but none of them came back. No wreckage that we could find. Figured it might have something to do with the Voyager.
Understood. Well, Captain Levski, I appreciate you being a man of your word. So I'll be a man of mine and continue with this. Essentially, our Ferengi friend, as you can see from this empty box, doesn't have any on him at the moment. However, he expects to get a delivery coming this way sooner. Once he does, so as a result, I have arranged with him to essentially reconvene, and we'll be able to deliver you these boxes.
Give me a. You're lying through your teeth. I know that you are. You're trying to do the Vulcans don't lie. We simply bend the truth. Kind of thing.
Well, that is correct. We have complete. We have access to these things now. They are going to Deep Space Nine. We do not know that they are there. He said that they did not have them on them, so we have possession. I could, if I wanted to, give him the stuff, but I'm just letting him know that it's not on planet.
Yeah. Give me a command presence.
Okay.
Difficulty 2.
Don't let me down now, ears. Presence and command.
Ooh, and a complication. He takes a look and goes, "What did you do with the weapons, Captain?
I have done nothing with the weapons.
You're not telling me something. You're holding something back. You're
That is
messing with-
correct. I am holding something back, Captain. Those weapons did not cost 1 bar of platinum. They cost 5.
Give me another presence command with difficulty 1.
Okay. Can I
Roll
use
one
my...
more. Roll one more. You didn't roll 2.
Yeah, roll
Oh,
2,
my
yeah.
bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He goes, shouldn't have given you the information then. But it wasn't my latinum. That's fine. Thanks for your help there, Captain. Feel free to head out when you need to, but try to stay out of secure locations. Now let's get back to Terzi. Terzi, what are you going to do?
Okay, you said there's a guy in the way.
Yes.
Is what I heard.
He doesn't see you yet, but he's there.
What's he doing?
Seems like he's accessing the data core, or he's punching in something. There's he's working. It's hard to tell from the distance exactly what he's doing.
Is there any chance of me getting close enough to see what he's doing without being spotted?
Give me a control security check. Yeah.
I'm so confused right now.
Why?
Ah,
Am I due an alignment shift or something? This guy is too nice.
Okay. So you get a little close and you kick a rock that wasn't there, and it clatters off some metal, and he turns around, looks, and goes, "Hey, who are you?"
the new guy. I'm lost.
You have no new guys? Wait.
Okay, well, Levski told me to come down here, so I don't know.
Give me a presence command. Difficulty 2. Oh, you also know. Wait. You did control science instead of control security.
Oh, okay. My
I'm assuming
mistake.
that's very different. Try that again.
Yes, that would be very different numbers.
Okay, it still would have happened. And he still would have failed because it was difficulty 2.
Okay.
If I
so
told
we're
him
back
to do
presence
this, would he have to
command?
re-roll this?
You can have him re-roll it. Re-roll 1 if you want to.
But he's
You haven't used it yet. There we
This
go.
is cheating.
It's cheating, but it's not cheating. It's using the rules as need.
Yeah, we're bending the rules slightly. Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to get up close and you see him inputting, it looks like, coordinates and ship registries into there. Some messages, he seems to be pulling out some data pads and he's like hand punching in just data that seems to be dealing with ships and coordinates.
Interesting. Obviously, I'm making a mental note of what ships and what coordinates, and as best I can. Is there a room beyond where I'm coming from, or is it like
There's rooms around you, yeah.
like if I threw something into a distant room to make some noise past him?
Yes,
Draw
and
his
give me
attention that way.
a control security check for that one.
Okay.
You know what? Because you're going kind of crazy.
This is your idea of crazy?
You're I mean, you're about to make something. This is quite a daring move, so I would say it's a daring security.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll give you this one because it fits more into your, and it's focus for sure because this is your
infiltration.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you have any momentum I can spend on that?
To remove, you can't really remove.
Or
the
you know what?
complication.
I'm sorry, determination. Because I am very determined not to get caught here.
How does it meet with your values though? Let me take a look at your values.
Man needs accurate, concise intelligence. I'm watching out for Starfleet command and interest here.
Values. Take time, analyze, don't be hasty. Commanding. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you. So, you managed to like throw a rock. It makes a little noise. He kind of looks up and looks around and walks into the other room. You seem to have an opening now.
Okay, I'm going to go for the console with the intent to seal off access to the data core. As in, the doors around me need to shut.
Oh, okay. Give me a control security check, difficulty 1. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so you lock down the ship, the area instantly. Doors close, lockdown. You think you have about, but the second you kind of access that, you realize you've tripped because you didn't punch in an authorization code properly.
Mm-hmm.
So you have about, let's see the time. You have about 5 minutes before an alarm goes off.
Okay. Well, in 3 minutes, how much of this data core can I have offloaded off-world?
You can get all of this data core you couldn't get it off-world. You could get it into a storage device.
Okay.
But you'd have to give me some checks to try.
Let's do it.
A control security check. Difficulty is 2. The resistance is 2, so that if you have to get 2 more every time you do a success. When you do the damage, you reduce the damage by 2, and the work track is 8, magnitude 2. So if you get 2 breakthroughs, you're good. So the first thing you want to do is roll control security. You can spend momentum if you like to. Difficulty 2.
How much momentum do we have?
I think you have full. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll spend 1 momentum for the extra dice, even though I regretted that the last time I did it.
Okay.
Thanks to Jensen and Weathers.
Yeah. Okay,
Ooh.
So you fail the first one. So the first one takes about a minute. So you've got about 5 more tries or 4 more tries.
I'm going to take it to say 1 less than that because I'm not going to give myself less than a minute to get out of here.
Okay. So you've got 3 more tries. All right. Difficulty 2. You got 2 for that. So give me roll a d6. I'm trying to look up this one because this is the weird one for tasks. Advanced challenges. Okay. So, you roll 2 d6 plus any additional equal to the discipline used for that task. So, what's your discipline was security. So, what's your security points right now?
5.
5. You have 5 in security? Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 5, 7.
That's
roll
my jam,
7d6. 7d6.
Rolling 7d6. There you go.
Okay. So 6s are breakthroughs, and I think you need to get the same number of. So you have 2 breakthroughs plus 2, 1, or no, 1, 2. because each 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6s are the deltas, I think. Yeah. So I think you just demolished this. Yeah. I think you just demolished this. So you were able to like download all of the information in. You still have about 3 minutes before the alarm goes off.
I'm going to leave the door where dude went looking for the sound locked,
Closed,
and go back out the other way very casually, and immediately, just as casual as I can, walking right out the front door.
Okay. As you're walking down with this device, Lishu kind of almost runs right into you coming from the other way with her brother. He goes, "Oh, Terzi, you're okay. Did you get what you were looking for?"
Yeah, I think we're good.
Oh, okay. Let's go meet up with the captain outside. Thanks, Shul. And she kind of pats him on the shoulder. Good luck. And she kind of quickly walks. Like she's obviously nervous and isn't really up to this. So,
as they were closer than I'd like, I'm being very attentive to what they're doing. Did any of them attempt to swipe anything from me or leave anything on my person?
No, not that I can tell. Okay, so you walk outside. I'm assuming, Captain, you are outside waiting for them after.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And I go, Captain, we need to leave.
Okay. Just walk.
As you are walking, as you walk out the door, you notice that the guard on the outside kind of walked back in while you were waiting, secure. You just kind of walked back inside to the base, and then after a few minutes, both Terzi and Lishu walk out. No one else is following them.
Okay.
So as you turn to leave, outstepping from the shadows, 2 men step out with phasers drawn, pointed at you.
Well, I could have seen this coming.
One of them is the one that talked to you earlier, Terzi.
Okay.
Who looks at you, and you notice immediately that the 2 phasers are pointing at Lishu and at Sakir, not at you, Terzi.
Yep.
The one who was talking to you goes, hands up, extends his other hand. He's got a phaser out, and extends his other hand. He goes, "Give me the data."
I hand over the data.
And he goes,
Terzi.
We're good here.
He goes, "All right." And he kind of reaches in, pulls up, hands a phaser. We're gonna take the Bajoran with us. Kill your captain. He's a loose end. There's no time for hesitation. The Federation needs your help. You need to kill your captain right now.
I haven't heard a proper challenge.
Kill your captain and get us out of here. We don't have enough time before that alarm goes off.
Seems like you're more worried about the alarm than I am. Do you have a proper challenge?
You still have the phaser in your hand, by the way. All right.
I take the shot.
Okay, I was gonna say after a minute he's gonna turn and shoot at you.
If he hasn't issued a proper challenge, I take the shot.
Okay.
Not at Sakir.
Yeah.
To be clear, who I'm shooting at.
Gears
shoot
or
at
not
the
Lishu,
guy, I
I'm
guess.
guessing.
He wanted you to capture Lishu. Give me a control. A control. What is it? It's control security difficulty 2.
That better not be set to stun, bruh.
It was set to kill when it
he
handed
handed
to
it to
him.
me.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at what the setting is, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
I can assume, but I don't know.
I think by default it would be stun.
Yeah.
Oh no, not in this case. These are not who you think they are. I'll just say that.
I thought we meant Terzi's. I was talking about Terzi's thing.
Well,
Terzi.
he handed the phaser to Terzi.
Okay.
He armed me to shoot him.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
And also, real quick,
yeah.
when you make a successful attack, you may spend 1 momentum to protect a single ally within close range, protecting secure with that. The next attack against that ally before the start of my next turn increases the difficulty by 1.
Okay, so if he tries to attack the captain, he's going to decrease the difficulty. All right, so you roll me your. It's a type 2 phaser. So give me a type 2 phaser.
I don't actually have that on my list. What's the damage roll on it?
It's two delta. So just roll it twice. Hit that delta and type.
I have 3 delta here.
I have 3 for a type 1. So.
Oh, so yeah.
Type 3 is 4. A type 2 is 3, and its quality is charge. And it's obviously a range weapon.
Yeah. Let me get to.
Ooh, you did good.
Look at the
no effects on it though, so
all right, weapons table. Okay, so this is a type 2 phaser, charge, standard issue. What is charge? This weapon has ability to charge, allows it for proficiency. Then you add one of the following damage effects. So piercing, it's vicious 1.
Oh, vicious 1 on it. So that means all his deltas were 2, right?
It was yeah, they're all 2. And I'm trying to think about the set to kill because it was set to kill.
Yeah, it was set to kill because the task was to kill the captain. Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna go. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I don't kill you. Hold on.
Yeah,
I would say
he's just dead. I think this is narratively speaking, he's dead.
It only takes one shot.
Yeah,
he loaded the gun, not me.
Now here's the problem. Because the way that phasers work, you destroy the material that like the data as well, because you handed the data to him.
He was holding the data? Oh god. He didn't back up? Didn't have an extra thumb drive?
Vaporized everything.
Yeah. And as a result, the other one's going to take a fire at Sakir, obviously. And he's got one additional...
With a +1 difficulty.
+1 difficulty, so it's difficulty 3 now. Go for his attack. So he misses.
He didn't.
No, so now it's up to you, Sakir. Sakir, you have an action if you want to do something.
Am I hit?
No, he misses.
Okay. In which case, am I armed? Because I don't think, I'm not sure if we are.
No, you're not armed.
Apart from the...
Yeah.
You would never leave him this ship without the freaking weapon.
Well, it's also in a covert mission, so I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he might have a type 1 phaser on him, but
in his boot.
Yeah.
How close are they to me?
Within you could get to him and attack him physically if you want to. They're like right on top of him.
Vulcan nerve pinch.
I want to do a Vulcan nerve pinch spear tackle.
Vulcan punch.
All right, roll me a it's a daring security or fitness security.
Finally, Sakir gets some security checks.
Yeah.
All right. All right, rolling.
Roll 2, yeah. Make sure you roll 2.
Oof.
Okay, so he gets to counter. So as you roll to spear him, he manages to like catch you as you're in the spear, and he manages and he kind of like as he catches you, he like pulls you back and then like pushes you back, so you're kind of off balance. So you won't be able to attack him next round, but you will be able to attack him next round, but you have to spend a minor action to get closer again, because he kind of like threw you back again.
Okay.
There's not gonna be anybody there to attack me.
Well, it's Lishu's turn next, and so she's going to do the same. She's going to run up and to attack him. And watch her just ace this guy. Nope.
She just runs right past him somehow.
She's an engineer. He doesn't. He blocks her. So, all right. Now it's up. You're up now, Terzi.
Taking the shot.
This is some Terzi power fantasy right here, I swear.
He's dead.
Dude, he is whooping ass.
Oh, he's dead. Like.
Oh, that guy's so dead.
He's dead.
That dude's super dead.
He's dead. Super dead. Like. So this way it pulls out. The guy hands you the phaser, says, "Kill your captain. He's a loose end." And you're like, "What's the challenge?" He's like, "Kill your captain. I don't have enough time for this." And so you just take the phaser, shoot him, and destroy everything. He just turns into ash. And then the other one fires at Sakir, misses. Sakir runs up, spear tackles him, gets thrown back. Lishu takes a swing and just misses. And then you just switch from one target to the other, poof, and incinerate the other one.
Sounds very Terzi.
And as you incinerate the other one, you hear a as an alarm goes off inside the base.
Okay. Well, I'd rather not have to explain ourselves, considering we had no idea who these people were. Shall we?
Let's.
You're out. All right. So we'll wrap this up.
Wait. Oh wait, go ahead. I have a thing to wrap up with too, but
go ahead.
You
go
do
for it.
first. Okay.
No, I was gonna say, we're wrapping this up. So what are you on your side? What do you do?
So Bosch has at some point, after we did what we did to that ship, like we got it taken, after it's all taken care of, and we're kind of like cruising it and stuff like that, or we're about to start cruising it back. We have like a day, however much time, like maybe a day or something to screw off.
Yeah.
Bosch, like, there's a message that goes overhead throughout the entire Vasquez. All crewmen aboard the Vasquez, this is your first officer, Commander Baaj. Until the captain and his team have returned, you are invited to vandalize the inside of the bird of prey as you wish. There will be paint supplies in the transporter room, along with other craft supplies on both ships. Do anything and everything you can to annoy the Empire with your art. And we came up with, like, Jensen or Weathers or somebody, like, programmed the computer voice of the Klingon ship to permanently be female. It can never be changed. It's written into the hard code now. There's, like, art of, like, there's some really cool art that some people did of, like, Lucara around the ship, like some really cool looking stuff with maybe some different quotes.
The entire engineering team has retrofitted the Klingon engineering deck to look like a Federation.
Yeah, exactly. Like it works the same. Yeah. Like the rule is that they can't disrupt the functions of the ship, except but they can change the way things look or sound.
Yeah.
And so and then there's like very obscene Gowron and Martok and Moog House of Moog art. Really obscene
the crew.
things
Some of the crew has changed the name of the ship, so it's the IKS Baaj. So all of it refers to the name on the side of the ship. All of the things is the IKS Baaj.
And then the entire crew also gets a thing that don't tell the captain we did this, okay? This is top secrets. Need to know basis only. Starfleet doesn't need to know. This is good. This is fine. So basically the entire crew of the Vasquez has just had fun for a whole day, just messing with the entire, like literally every inch of the inside of that ship is just something different or new or obscene.
Yeah.
So yeah, we vandalized that ship thoroughly. But shh. Those ghosts.
All right, so Sakir, you get picked up by the Vasquez after a day or so. You manage to escape the clutches of everybody else.
After hiding out in the desert of the Badlands for 2 days,
Yeah.
Raj is aboard the bird of prey, just drawing on the thing while Doll's in charge of the Vasquez.
But you do get a message, Tersey. It's just a text message, which and we'll leave it off this. The message simply reads, while you're waiting for it: "You chose the wrong side, Lieutenant. You'll be hearing from us." And it's signed Section 31.
I knew it!
Can I respond to that?
You can.
Sounds
but
like
it's
Section 31 needs better agents, honestly. I mean, if they didn't even know the word, you know?
Is there a way for me to respond to that or no?
Yeah, but I mean, it's you don't know if they'll. It's one of those things where it's like you can tell that it's been like bounced here and there and that kind of stuff.
So, it's just going to simply say, "Looking forward to it. Learn your challenge codes for next time."
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Yeah.
Put on your sunglasses.
Now, my real question is Sakir thankful that I didn't kill him, or is he concerned that had the right phrase been said?
Play it out. Play it out. Have like a briefing room situation after you're both back on board.
Yeah.
Play it out. Play it out.
So
You're fired.
Sakir, let's just say Sakir, because I'm assuming Sakir would probably want to talk with him about it in a debriefing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you'd call Tersey to your ready room.
Jersey.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you want to explain what happened between those two individuals in the Badlands.
They were pretending to be intelligence officers. They only had one good code. Probably the only reason I went as far as I did going into that data core. They lacked a second good code at a time where they needed one.
And to be clear, if you had got given that code, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, would I?
Probably not.
Very well. You were dismissed.
With that, we're going to come to an end. All right. So let's go over best moment. Let's start with Darsh.
I'm gonna go with the opening scene because you put me in quite a bit of a predicament in terms of my character, which we're gonna start off the next episode with. Because I gotta get mine in.
Yes. Well, I also wanted to put Lishu in danger with her knowing who you are.
Oh, I killed Lishu.
She was useless in the fight anyway.
Obviously.
That's how you rate partners if they're good in a fight, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I'm Tersey.
Yeah. Speaking of Tersey, drones, favorite moment.
Ooh, it's a tough one. I do kind of like the idea of knowing that we're coming back to a ship that's been vandalized with spray paint and shit. So
well,
that'll
you're not
be fun
coming
to
back.
go over and see. No, not the Vasquez, the other one, the bird of prey. Yeah. So I look forward to visiting it to see the crew's artwork.
Bosh.
Okay, I have three, and it's kind of funny. So on me and Doll's side of things, my favorite moment was actually like us just communicating while you guys are doing scenes. Like he and I are like typing to each other in Discord. Like, how are we going to do this, man? It was nice to be like split apart in a way that he and I could like, we could still be paying attention to what they're doing, but we can also be removed. We're removed from it in a way that we could actually like behind the scene be like prepare ourselves. So it's easier on the DM, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked us being split. That was, so I guess overall I liked the split, like splitting up the crew a bit. And I wished obviously Daxa, you know, HP was here with us, because I think that dynamic would have even been more fun, the three of us together figuring it out. But and then the second favorite on their side, on the other side, was the whole debate about the gun. Is it? And then like immediately, like Terzi's like, Drones is like, of course it's on stun or it's on kill. Like this that whole like, oh my god, what's going on here moment. And then third, my favorite chat moment was Sleazy just a little while ago saying, talk about the season of challenge allegiances in chat. So yeah, it's the name of the season, Challenge Allegiances.
Challenge Allegiances. Listen,
So,
first season was introduction. Second season's a little dark, and then you know, we'll end on a more brighter note. All right.
Oh yeah, I also got promoted. That was fun.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, you got promoted. Good job.
Meyer.
Kill your captain. I was like, huh.
God,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That was kind of fun. Also, like, I suppose there was a moment where I was like very confused as to what was happening, because Sakir entered that entire like thing expecting people to be worse than they ended up being, but everybody was very, very like, you know, forthright. You know, like Captain Levski was like, "Oh, you did the thing for me, cool, thanks, bye." Like I was just expecting like, you know, I ended up being the bad guy, I think, which was very weird, but it's kind of cool. And also doing the you know, the in-character promotion stuff was awesome too. Like it was very immersive. I like that.
Nice. All right, I'll say my favorite moment is probably it's hard to say. I think my favorite moment was I always like playing Ferengi. I love playing.
You were so good at it too. You get the voice so perfect every time. Because even when you were doing that, I was like, God, he sounds just like the guy who plays like the ruler of the Ferengi. What's he called?
The Great Nagus.
Not Grand
The Great Nagus. Grand Nagus. He sounded just like the Grand Nagus in DS9, and I was like, played by that one famous actor who has that really particular voice, and I was like, oh my God, is he playing the Grand Nagus? Like, you do really good.
So Gala is actually Quark's brother, who you meet a couple times in DS9.
Yeah,
there's an episode that's just around Gala selling weapons.
Is he played by? No. That's
Brunt.
Yeah.
Brunt. Played by. Yes. I knew exactly where you were going, but yeah, no, not Jeffrey Combs.
No.
I also really like spouting rules of acquisition. It's always fun.
Dude, it's so good.
That's actually they don't match up, but yeah,
that's my honorary favorite moment, because you knew the exact one to say at the right time, and you're so good at that. You're really good at figuring that out very quickly.
He has a cheat sheet.
My secret?
I know he has a
Google.
cheat sheet. But it's still a long cheat sheet. Like it's like there's at least a couple hundred of them.
150 rules or something like that. So yeah.
There's total of like over 400 or 500 in canon, but there's only like 100 and something that are actually like written out and listed throughout the short series. So
I'm sure there's an official Star Trek like rules of
I think somebody wrote one recently. I was gonna buy it for everybody as a gift, probably.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching us. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. I know that these are kind of delayed. I'm going to start releasing them more often. I had an issue with episode 2 where it didn't broadcast properly, similar to this one. So I have to upload that separately. But thank you for watching. If you are watching this, please make sure you go back and watch season 1 as well. And if you're watching this live, stick around. We'll be doing something else very soon. Love you all. And like I say every time, hope to see you someday in the black. There you go.
Blah!
Hit the wrong button. But it's luckily not the wrong button.
Wrong buttons.